Trump breaking news. Biden must defend democracy from GOP hysteria. A new school of thought is emerging, which contends that the Biden administration's 2024 strategy, the defense of democracy, has taken center stage since January 6. After putting the uprising behind him, the president should shift his focus to immigration and find a way to erase all traces of previous President Trump's legal problems. It should come as no surprise that this right-wing utopian ideal is inaccurate in every respect. In addition to being willing to sign the most GOP-friendly immigration pact ever proposed by Democrats, President Biden is not organizing Trump's prosecutions. The Biden campaign would have to be insane to turn a blind eye to the new dangers that Trump poses to American democracy on a daily basis. The most inane criticism leveled against Trump's multiple prosecutions is that they transform the United States into a banana republic. What doesn't matter is that the majority of individuals who use this term are completely ignorant of its meaning and context. According to this theory, Biden is the kingpin behind all of Trump's legal woes, and politically motivated prosecutions of current or former officeholders are a hallmark of banana republics. For the time being, let's ignore the reality that Republicans accuse him of being involved in a cunning and well-planned legal campaign against Donald Trump. Instead, they claim he is a frail old man afflicted with dementia whose presidency is run by an anonymous regent. Although Biden is reluctant to discuss Trump's legal troubles, he is in no way involved with them. Not only would Attorney General Garland have done nothing if Trump had not announced his campaign following the 2022 midterms, but he also obviously wanted to avoid prosecuting Trump for attempting to depose the American form of constitutional government. Because of this, Garland had no choice but to hire special counsel Jack Smith, a caring individual. Additionally, Trump will face trial for attempts to influence the 2020 Georgia presidential election outcome by Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, whom Biden does not control. Republicans, on the other hand, are actively working to get Willis dismissed or removed from the case. Trump stole sensitive documents from the White House and refused to return them when their whereabouts became public knowledge. Biden did not decide to pursue Trump for this crime. The people who will shortly be trying cases in Manhattan are not appointed or controlled by the president either. Trump 4, during his 2016 campaign, concealing an affair involving adult film star Stormy Daniels by altering company records. To clarify, it would be the banana republic route for Biden to try to stop these procedures or remove the prosecutors overseeing them, as some bad faith Republicans have said he should do. Reason being, in corrupt democracies, leaders and high-ranking officials can typically get away with anything they want since they control the state machinery. This includes both politically motivated prosecution and, equally frequently, complete impunity. As a presidential contender, Trump should be exempt from his 91 felony charges, according to Biden's detractors, who also argue that the Republican primary voters' political inclinations should take precedence over legal considerations. The unwavering devotion of Trump's followers should not be used as a justification for Biden to halt these prosecutions, something he is unable to accomplish anyhow, or to refrain from discussing the uprising or Donald Trump's danger to democracy just because such topics are not performing well in the polls. One reason is that Democrats have had a lot of success in recent years by campaigning against coup plotters and election conspiracists. Moreover, Trump, his campaign team, and his associates at think tanks are constantly pledging to undermine American democracy. Therefore, the danger that Trump poses to the established political order is not something that happened long ago. It is highly relevant to both the here and now and the near future. The Republicans' insistence on changing the subject through complaining about Trump's justifiably prosecuted associates is telling. With each passing day of strong GDP growth, low unemployment, decreasing inflation, and thriving stock markets, their rants about the supposedly terrible economy get more absurd. The GOP's anti-woke moral panics have been roundly rejected by voters, with the most current example being the manufactured outrage about diversity, equity and inclusion (DEI) initiatives, which the average person is unaware of. They would rather have Biden handle the migrant situation by compelling Senate Democrats to blindly back the House's harsh immigration plan. When it comes to immigration, Republicans enjoy a distinct advantage in polls. Trump and his associates are deliberately working to undermine bipartisan efforts in the Senate in an attempt to prolong the issue until the election, rather than skillfully use that temporary power to secure a better immigration solution than the Democrats' panicked offers in the past 20 years. Even Trump admits it. "Claim it on me, please." He spoke out against the plotting in Las Vegas on January 27. According to Republican senators, Trump is pressuring them to end negotiations so he can capitalize on the border crisis. This proposal would have had almost unanimous Republican support if it weren't for Donald Trump, an unnamed Republican senator told Politico last week. In other words, stop trolling Biden for talking too much about democracy and start focusing on the border. You want to know what I'm getting at? Rather than accepting Joe Biden's signed border solution, you'd rather give Donald Trump imperial powers so you can cheer while migrants drown in rivers. In response, Biden and his supporters ought to state, a political science associate professor at Roosevelt University, David Ferris, wrote "It's time to fight dirty: How Democrats Can Build a Lasting Majority in American Politics."